Everywhere we look, democracy seems to be in trouble. Only you can protect democracy. Welcome to Section 1 and 2 S.I.D.E, Students in Democracy Education. 10 fundamental principles of liberal democracy and 10 conversations. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to your conversation about the self-determination principle. And here's how it goes. A free people makes its own laws, selects its own leaders among a field of competitive contenders, and never relinquishes the right to do so. Let's unpack this. We often hear about self-determination and self-government. We hear phrases like government of the people, for the people, by the people. Democracy, we say, is all about the citizens deciding for themselves who should govern, how they should govern, and what laws and policies should apply to all members of society. But what does this really mean? Well, there are 4 essential prongs or aspects of this self-determination principle. Number 1, people who live as free citizens make their own laws. That doesn't mean that they're actively each involved in making every law, but it does mean that they're responsible, at least indirectly, for making and approving the laws by which they will be governed. Number 2, free citizens choose their own political leaders and political representatives in a system of free and fair elections. In a mass society, a society with a large population, not everyone can be directly involved in the business of law and policy making and of governing. And anyways, not everyone actually wants to be directly involved in government. And so we've developed a system of representative government, a system in which leaders and politicians are selected by free and fair election, so they are elected, to represent the interests of citizens and to make laws and to govern. Number 3, those elections must be competitive, meaning that there always has to be a real chance of power actually changing hands as a result of the election, so that dictators can't retain power and use the electoral process as window dressing to legitimize undemocratic rule. Number 4, those elections must also be periodic. They have to occur from time to time on a regular basis or on a fairly regular basis. This ensures that no person or government can remain in power indefinitely or without being reapproved and re-ratified by the citizenry. Free citizens cannot, therefore, ever elect a government that takes away the right to vote again in the future for new leaders and new governments. The one thing that a liberal democracy can never permit is an election that brings democracy to an end. This is a crucial aspect of the self-determination principle. We see democratic backsliding occurring throughout the world and occurring through the vehicle of free and fair elections. That is, it's actually through the ballot box that citizens appear to be giving up their democratic rights because those that they have elected often change the rules of the game after the election. This can never be allowed. So let's summarize. The general will establishes the political agenda, the set of policies that will eventually become law, and it shapes the collective understanding of the public good, while the right to do so, including the right to select leaders and political representatives in free, fair, and competitive elections, is exercised from time to time in perpetuity. A free people cannot, therefore, confer on its elected government the right to change this rule and to govern in perpetuity, or to make laws that are inconsistent with or to suspend the application of these fundamental principles. This also means that no office, no political office, has unreviewable or absolute power, and no exercise of political authority can ever be unlimited or immune from public scrutiny. Democracy, from the ancient Greek, demos kratos. Demos, the people, the citizens of ancient Athens. Kratos, rule or power. You'll recall that when we discussed the equality principle, we observed that the one thing that everyone owns as they come into the world is their own body, their own person. And so it is the one thing they can never give away: their person, their body, and therefore their dignity. With democracy, we understand that dignity of that kind implies the one thing we can never give away is our right to be self-governing. And therefore, the one thing we can and must never relinquish is our consent to be governed by our representatives. Over to you for your own deep dive into the self-determination principle.